Hey guys, it's Sane4414 or Tony, and I'm back with another Andi Mack review. This episode is called Keep a Lid on It. And I want to make a quick addendum to last week's episode. So, I couldn't remember the girl's name that kinda showed up with Jonah. Her name was Natalie. That was the name of the girl. She was also the girl that was in the Ultimate episode where Andi, Jonah was basically Andi hadn't really said that she wanted to date him, so he went to do a thing. She told him he could go to the sing-along, or to the thing with Natalie. But anyway, so today's episode is called Keep a Lid on It. And it starts off with Buffy being back, but Cyrus doesn't know Buffy's back. Andi tells Cyrus, "Hey, I got a surprise for you." This is funny, because Cyrus is like, "Is it bigger than a bread box?" Andy's response, "Yep." His question after that, "How big is a bread box?" And then Buffy pops up. And we get to learn why Buffy's back. Apparently there were budget cuts, which included Buffy's mom's potential job that she was going to do, like her program. But, so Buffy came back, and she's just living and going to school an hour away. So it basically means she's still in the series, and she'll be like back and forth in episodes, like not every episode, I'm assuming. But anyway, so then I guess I'm just gonna go little by little. So Jonah tries out for the ultimate frisbee, like the elite frisbee team for ultimate, and Cyrus is with them for moral support. He basically is really scared and he might have a panic attack. Cyrus gets him through that. And then at the end, it's like he's worried because the coach is supposed to send them an email or a message at 4. And he's waiting and waiting and waiting. He gets the message, and turns out he didn't make the team. He's freaking out. He's freaking out before that, but he's freaking out. He's like, did I make the team? Did I make the team? Cyrus tells him to calm down. Then they hug. This will come into play later. So then, meanwhile, on the other side of things, Andi is trying to make a new bracelet for Jonah, because she feels that that's their way of communicating and connecting. Basically, it's like, oh hey, there's a bracelet, which means we're an item. She makes a new bracelet, and Becks basically tells her that it won't work, because her old bracelet was special. It had a soul. It was a totem. So, yeah. She's kind of sad. And then Becks surprises her with the memory box that she made for her. She opens up the box, and lo and behold, inside the box is her bracelet, the old one. Yeah, Becks fished it out of the trash. And basically, Andi says thank you for her not listening to her. Also, Buffy gets to the time capsule, finally. And she's gonna open it up. Or trying to, but she can't. And then, because she can't open it up, we find out, well, she can't open it up, and Andi, she asks what's in it, even though everybody else calls her, it or her. Anyway, she asks what's in it, and Andi tells her everything that's in it, the basketball that everybody signed, including TJ, the jersey, also shoelaces, and she tells her that even that Marty put something in there, and she was all kind of sad. And we learn that Marty has a girlfriend. Her response is, I didn't think you would have gotten over me that fast, or how'd you get over me so fast? Anyway, so then they can't open it. So they're like, how are we supposed to open it? First guess, Andi says to call Bowie. Nope. Meanwhile, Becks says to call Jonah. This is kind of set up. Anyway, so they're trying to figure out what to text him. Buffy just texts him, hey, I'm back. And I wanted to see you, kind of thing. So this feeds back into the end of the whole Jonah and Cyrus thing with the tryout. Because he gets the email. He also gets the message from Buffy before he gets the email. But anyway, so he goes back. Basically, there are directions on how to open the time capsule. So he gives Buffy the directions, even though she doesn't want to open it anymore. Or her, as she calls it now. And meanwhile, Andi and Jonah go outside and talk. She's all flustered. She can't really figure out what to say, so she basically just gives him the bracelet. He's surprised because she thought he thought she threw it away. She did too. That's exactly what she said. So she says that he considered it a boyfriendy girlfriendy thing, and she asked him if he still thought the same. He said yes. He asked her what she thought. She said yes. So, yeah, they're officially an item. They're back on. Meanwhile, Buffy and Cyrus are watching, and Buffy is like, it's okay if you don't feel okay about it. But Cyrus is like, yeah, I feel fine. Basically, he says his crush on Jonah turned to friendship, which makes me think more of the whole TJ and Cyrus thing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there right now. But anyway, and then Cyrus says, basically that Buffy would never know because she's never had a crush before. Well, Buffy says she hasn't had a crush before. Cyrus is like, you have a crush? Yep. And the implications are basically Cyrus's, the conclusion is Buffy is like, okay. Buffy won't tell him, but then they're like, oh, well, she's like, we're crush buddies. We should be able to tell everybody, tell each other anything. Yeah, but you can't tell Andi. Which makes you think that it might be Jonah. That's the implication. It ends with Cyrus saying, so it's him. And then it ends. But there's one more thing that happens in this episode. Andi and Becks are playing the memory game with Cece and Pops. Cece actually loses. They're like, did Cece actually lose? And Cece's like, well, I got dumplings out of it. Because Pops is really good at making dumplings, so she asked him to make dumplings. Meanwhile, The next day, or later that day, I think it's the next day, Andi, Becks, and Pops are talking, and he tells them that he's gonna travel for a while. A few weeks. So maybe like a month. It basically means he'll be out of the show for a little while. But anyway, but he kinda hasn't told Celia yet. Which kind of makes me, reminds me of the last episode whenever Celia bought the fringe and didn't tell him. Whoops. Anyway, so over dinner, and here's the thing, Bex and Andi both think, oh, he'll tell Celia after dinner. Yeah, that doesn't happen. It happens before they eat. And we don't really see the repercussions of any of it because they cut to the other part. But that's the gist of everything that happened in this episode. I'm not going to go over the scenes for the next episode because I will probably upload that review tomorrow. Today is Tuesday. This review will either go up today or tomorrow. So Tuesday or Wednesday. I might just let it go up today, meaning Tuesday. But anyway, what are your guys' thoughts on this episode? What are your guys' thoughts on the show as a whole so far? Because we do have about 3 episodes left. Technically, an episode aired on Monday. I'll review that tomorrow. And that'll go up tomorrow or Thursday. And then I have an episode to review on Friday, because an episode's coming out on Friday, which is the mid-season finale, part 1, because those are 2-parter. But anyway, yeah. I'll see you guys later. God bless you guys. Stay safe, and peace.